Okay. Some kind of bracket. Hopefully I'll see it once it gets bigger. So it hasn't even started yet. Let me get this right on the screen so I can easily divide shit up when I'm cutting this and putting it on my YouTube. Ah, the classic. I think this is a nice clean 5-5. I feel like Makoto's a slightly stronger character, but I feel like her options are quite limited versus Urian. Hi, Semantics. That was supposed to be a frame trap crutch fierce. Tried to walk in, walk out of throw range, and try and catch a parry after it already happened. This Urian's rocking that Okizeme. Oh, that hurts. He really dropped it. That's like the most easy combo. A tackle by itself with no cancel is unsafe. I don't know if Makoto has a punish. It's important to remember that EX Fukiage does not hit a grounded opponent in this game. That would be kind of cool if it did, but Makoto's already top tier, so whatever. Actually, I feel like that really patches up. Oh, he did it too early or too late or something, I don't know. He burned his entire mirror. Urian's meter is super precious to him. He could have killed there. I don't know if he could have killed, but he could have done a lot of damage. No, he could have killed with the follow-up mirror pressure. That was a pretty bad fuck-up. It's really scary when you eat one of Makoto's dash punches because it leaves you at the perfect range for her to do her things. And the perfect frame advantage to do her things. She can link a Super 1 after a dash punch, but also she can go straight for a Karakusa, which is safe. Because if you jump out, the only thing it's unsafe to is reversals. And like certain jump attacks, like I think Remy's jump roundhouse can hit her while she's still recovering. I heard the Necro word. We'll see some Necro up in this bitch. Necro, Akuma. This is not that unfair a matchup. Even though Akuma is a high tier and Necro is, quote, a low tier, end quote. Necro has a really high dizzy output and pressure that works decently against Akuma. Most Necros use Ultra 3 in this, or Super 3 in this matchup, I thought. It was real good against Akuma's short stun bar. And it's pretty good against him anyway. I understand Super 1 though. It's to catch demon flips. Oh, that dropped from the range. Good. It was already playable for me, so hopefully it'll be even better. Theoretically, Necro can just super when Akuma jumps, and it's a very hard parry to avoid taking damage. And the meter's short, so he'll basically always have it. That's nice. Does quite a lot of damage too, but unfortunately only one bar. Oh. Necro super meters are all quite similar. But only Electric Snake has 2 bars.
Electric Snake.
I'm pretty sure all 3 of Urian supers have the same bar lengths, and stock 2. I'm 100% sure that Akuma, all 3 of his supers are the same bar length in stock 2. But there's a very particular reason for Akuma. Well, to chip out. Yeah, smart. I don't know if that was an escape. For Akuma, it's so that Raging Demon costs the same regardless of what super you pick. And KKZ costs the same regardless of what super you pick. You can't parry out of KKZ, even though it's quite slow. The first hit is unparryable. The first hit was going to chip out there. And Akuma's invincible for the duration. I don't know about the duration, but he's invincible for until the initial hit. And you have to get quite far away. Necro's got a good backdash, but not that good. Excuse me. Electric Snake is one of my favorite supers. The combos both into and out of it, especially when the dizzy happens, make it a very showy super. It's the momentum-based super. One is sort of universally good. Sort of good as a reversal option. But 2 2 is like, oh, this is a bad match. Hugo has a lot of trouble here. This is probably Hugo's 3rd worst match. His worst is definitely Chun-Li, and his 2nd worst is probably Dudley. There are probably some people that would say Dudley's worse than Chun-Li. But then, like, Akuma can really bully him just by turtling him. I shouldn't even say bully. Like, Akuma can win this matchup. Like, Akuma can win this whole, like, everything without ever taking a single risk. Akuma can literally go start to finish without taking any risks. Akuma can win a set with Hugo without ever guessing. I shouldn't say without guessing. Whoa, what the fuck? I started streaming like a couple minutes ago. Not a couple, but like less than 10. About 7 minutes ago. The exact amount is 7 minutes 13 seconds. Akuma has near perfect defense with meter. But when he doesn't have meter, it's not... Yeah, I saw the Daigo thing. I'm making it out to be really, really bad. It's not really, really bad. It's definitely easier for Akuma. It's worse than any Street Fighter 4 matchup. It's like a comfortable 7-3. I'm pretty sure. I might be talking out of my ass. If Hugo jumps in, Akuma can anti or hard uppercut him, and that's actually an uppercut with invincibility until after the hit. And then if Hugo parries it, it's super. And if Hugo parries the super, it's jump air Tatsu. Or just ground Tatsu. There's no escaping. And Hugo, without the ability to jump in, has very limited approach options, especially trying to go through like Akuma stem roundhouse low forward. And jump demon flips are very annoying. Hugo has to take... Fireballs are situationally useful. Whoa, what the fuck? In third strike. As a general rule, if your fireball goes from the air to the ground or the ground to the air, it is a good fireball. Oro's, Urien's, and Akuma's fireballs are all incredibly useful. Regular fireballs are okay in block strings, but you don't see them that much. EX fireballs are about as good as fireballs are in Super Turbo, where you get like the good damage, the knockdown, the pressure. The only thing is they cost meter. And that's like, you know, meter that you prefer not to spend. Mid-screen or farther, a fireball is just you giving your opponent some meter. There are good and bad fireballs. Chun-Li's fireball is basically useless except as a cancel into her super. And her EX fireball is literally useless except as a way to fuck up someone's super 2 parry. Most super fireballs are good. As a general rule, if a fireball is a super fireball, it is a good super fireball. Like, it is a good super. It's one of that character's good supers. Probably the best super fireball is Aegis Reflector, and probably the worst is Urien Super 2. But Urien Super 2 is still a really good super. But like every fireball super is good. Hada Burst is good on Sean. Fucking Shinku Hidoken and Denshin Hidoken are good on Ryu. Oro's fireball super is awesome. Aegis Reflector is awesome. I'm sure there's some more. Akuma Super 1 is awesome. This is nice. There's some Makotoing. Well, that was actually too far. I think he could have comboed Sweep or something. He didn't need anything. He could have just comboed Stand Strong. They were very particular in Street Fighter 4 to not give Akuma a good Super or Ultra or anything. If you want that, you should just go play Evil Ryu or Oni. Both of them have it. Oni's Ultra 1 is very clearly based on Akuma's. Or rather, his ability to throw ground into air, Ultra 1. is similar to Ukam in this game. If that was a Karakusa, it'd be Ogre. Karakusa is not as fast as a normal throw. I don't remember how fast a Karakusa is. But a normal throw is still 3 frames in this game. Ouch. Look, that was a useful normal fireball. This is actually a Super 2 Ryu. Super 1 Ryu throws lots and lots of EX fireballs. That's why they pick Super 1, although Super 1 is quite good. Super 1 Ryu also has the ability to EX Donkey Kick after parry, which is Ryu's big punish option. Super 2 Ryu, the idea is after 1 parry, you get a fucking big damage, and it scares people into not playing properly. Not going for their full offense, etc. That was a drop that would have killed. He should have juggled in towards short. That's easier than light dash punch. Ouch. Alright. He needed literally any hit to win. He dropped the combo before the dizzy, and he dropped the combo following the dizzy, so he could have won. Well, he still won, but, you know, he could have won sooner without the reset. This tournament doesn't have any cutting like most Shen's uploads do. This appears to be a Shoto match. Despite Ken being comfortable... Whoa, I shouldn't have clicked. I'm freaking out my computer. Jesus. Shockwave Flash may be busy or may have stopped responding. You can stop the plugin now, or you can continue to see if the plugin will complete. I don't need this in my life. I'm going to stop plugin and reload everything. Everyone please hold. Shoto. Ryu and Ken, despite Ken being comfortably the better character, is quite a fair matchup. Ken might be at a slight advantage, but it's almost negligible. Oh, that was nice. Yeah, meaty is a very good time to use it. That's pretty much how you're meant to use it, or canceling Shoryukens into it and stuff like that. Flash used to never do that. Now it does it all the time. I'm really confused. And it does it on both my computers. That used to never ever happen. Oh, that was a good low parry. Terrible punish though. He could have got low fierce there. That's it. Oh, no, it's not it. I thought it was going to dizzy. Bonk. No, Saxer. It's Denshin Hidoken's unblockable. If you do it meaty, it gives you more time to charge it. The trick is you have to parry out. There's no blocking it. And depending on when you release it, people can parry early, not realizing it. You can't react to the release. It doesn't do stun on block because it literally can't be blocked. Yeah, like Denshin Hidoken is based around the parry mechanic. I understand that Street Fighter 4 players might not know that readily. But like the whole idea of Denshin Hidoken is that it's built around parry. Which is why it's so weird that they brought it to Street Fighter 4. That's why you never see anyone block it. There's no parry in Street Fighter fucking 4. If they made Goken's Denshin Hidoken unblockable, that'd be fucking cheap as hell. Oh, he dropped his combo! He did like the wrong version. What the fuck? Why would you ever use that super? That's not good meter. Getting someone a chip health is not important in this game. You should never use meter to get your opponent to chip health. You should never try and chip the opponent. I shouldn't say you should never try and chip the opponent out, but you have to be very particular about the way you do it. You'd much rather win with a mix-up in this game than win with chip out. You'd much rather find something, some option that no human would ever fucking prepare for. What is this emote? Why's it got a question mark? April Fool's Day? Does my Franker Z still work? That one still works. Yeah, it's kind of like bad juju to go for chip. It's not a terrible idea, but most people in chip scenarios are looking for a parry out. And some things are very hard to parry out of, like if you did a Akuma, Meaty Ultra, or Meaty Super 1, you'd probably succeed. Unless the opponent had like an invincible fireball option, which there aren't that many of in this game. But some options to chip out are just super obvious and telegraphed, and you'll never actually have them work. Like if you're Ken and you do meaty hard DP on someone at chip health, you're gonna get your ass parried. That's cool parry, but like that doesn't give you a punish. That wasn't a punish. High VG Zoodle. It's super hard to parry that EX Tatsu. It's super easy to use the EX Tatsu in reaction to like Hugo jumping. And the EX Tatsu does tons of damage, and even if you do the hard parry out, you don't necessarily get a punish. You can sometimes. Sometimes you can parry the EX Tatsu and get a punish. Usually you won't. Depends on the height that you parry it and what you come down with. This matchup seems like it would be all unfair, but it's not that bad. I think it's 6-4. Actually, it might be 7-3. It's like somewhere between. This is a top tier fighting a bottom tier. But whether Hugo's truly a bottom tier is kind of up for debate. He could have died right there. Street Fighter EX, whether a game can be on Fightcade or not, is based around its arcade release and how easy it is to emulate. I think that's SPD punishable, isn't it? What the fuck? Is it really not? You can go for it. I would never play Hugo. Hugo sucks. I used to play Hugo. He was the first character that I would call a main. I used to play Ken before I ever played Hugo, and Alex before I ever played Hugo. That's gonna work. But I didn't play them like I felt like they were like my character. And then I started playing Hugo and I was like, this guy's my character. And then I literally picked Aura as a joke and I was like, oh shit, this guy's fun as hell. Well, that was a nice block. EX Tatsu makes this matchup very difficult to deal with. That's like the reason it's even in Ken's favor at all. Well, I shouldn't say that's the only reason because there's a multitude of reasons, but that's like the biggest weapon that Ken has in this matchup. That EX Tatsu is very annoying. Good trade. Most of Hugo's trades are good. Hugo out damages in single hits versus most of the cast, especially with claps, because he gets out more damage and more hits done. Not that he can combo off of trades very well. Usually he can't. Trade combos are not common in this game. They are possible. Ah, Dudley Mirror. Very classy. Same Roundhouse into ducking is quite a safe anti-air. Dudley has some of the best anti-air in the game. For example, he can anti-air quite comfortably with the target combo. What is it? It's like medium kick, hard hard punch, I think. I don't remember. But he has a target combo that's 4 hits that the first hit is a decent anti-air. And then if the opponent tries to parry it, they have to parry more hits. And you can vary the number of hits you do to make them parry different amounts of attacks. But he doesn't even have to do that. But it does force you to do jump in parry. And if you're doing jump in parry, then you can be anti-aired in a number of other ways. It's hard to diagnose the subtle things. I can take a look. It's hard to diagnose the subtle things when there are overt things. And you should worry about the overt things anyway. I'll probably just look at it and be like, you should anti-air. And if you're not anti-airing, then it's going to be really hard to tell what else you're doing wrong. Oh, nice jump. That super has very short duration, but an initial jump will punish it. This matchup is like 6-4 in Makoto's favor. It's very volatile. If Akuma plays perfectly, it's like not even that bad. But if Akuma gets Karakusa'd, he just dies. There's only Super 1 Makoto. It doesn't make that much big of a difference in this matchup. You don't have the instant kill combos, but you have better ground game. With halfway decent space control, Akuma can make sure that he never gets Karakusa'd while Makoto is cornered. The frame trap. You don't need to do like frame trips after traps. It's actually very abnormal in this game. It's not so abnormal for Makoto. She does a lot of block strings. Let's have a brief look at this.